Fantasy from the fairway is back. The PGA Championship is upon us. Jenks Jr. has returned from PTO. He didn't put in 2 weeks. It's good. It's good. For all 22 people that watched last week's video, you get it. Jenks didn't watch. He doesn't get it. We got it right off the top. KH Lee. I feel like a family member has won the PGA Tour event. That's my guy, KH. I've been on KH for many months. He gets it done. I wrote about KH this week. I said, you got to play him. He was thumbs up. I mean, I knew it. I just knew it.
I can't wait until next time he's out. He's like 10,400 and we have to thumbs him down.
Yeah.
Is he playing this week?
Yeah, he is. He's the last man.
Oh,
he's not in DraftKings.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. KH Lee gets it done at the AT&T Byron Nelson. Shout out to KH, by the way. Favorite part of the win was the fact when they tried to interview him after, and he was like, I don't know English very well, but he did his damn best to speak English. That is not something you see very often in any sport for Asian players when they come over here. Ichiro never spoke in English, even though he speaks perfectly fluent. So props to KH. Let's go to the picks, man. Go ahead. You had something. I could tell.
Dude, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, shout out to the course for being the easiest thing you could have ever watched on TV. That was like watching them go play Buffalo Creek.
Shout out Buffalo Creek. What are they? Golf club, country club? What are they? They're not
golf course. I don't know.
Very nice. Where is the?
I'm mad at Sergio. I'll start this slide off. I'm upset. He was in like 5th place after Thursday, and my dude gets cut. You just hate to see it. And Siwoo Kim was also after Friday in like 7th or something at one point.
Yeah.
So just disappointing.
It is. Also, for those watching and you're thinking this is some quality ass content, where can I get more of it? You can find your boy now on Rotoballer. You know Rotoballer?
Yeah, dude.
So you can find your boy right there. Last week I said Sergio's a no-go at the price. I said in this very program, Sergio is a no-go at the price. I texted Jenks on vacation. I said, hey, bro, I know you're probably, on a beach somewhere chilling. I said, can I get a pick? He said, yeah, I'll take Sergio. I said, well, I knew I was cashing in. The problem is Siwoo got me all.
To be fair, I told you I'd get you the pick, and then you texted me late and said, so you're going to give me that pick?
Right.
So I said, shit, who's in the field? I remembered seeing Sergio. I knew someone I hadn't picked, so I went Sergio.
This guy's on vacation.
Munoz, I thought would actually do it, so that's disappointing. Sergio, I had no hopes or expectations.
Shout out to my boy Sneds, man. T17.
Thanks. Good for you.
That's where we stand, and to put a bow on the lovely AT&T Byron Nelson from Jenks Jr. himself, we could probably play some -5 best ball at this course. Way too easy for a PGA Tour course. Thursday at 8:54 p.m. So we were only one down there.
I hit a drive on Saturday, and I know nobody cares about this, but I just have to tell you, 284.
So you're pretty much out there with like Kuchar.
I'm pretty much out there with like Jack Nicklaus right now.
Currently. Oh man, this stays the same. And it's time. I don't think I need to give that much information other than you understand.
It's long.
It's long.
It is a long course, and that's probably the biggest takeaway from the course page. It is long. It's not like it's a long course that plays short when you can cut corners. It's just a long course.
Mm-hmm. Long way to go. It was obviously decided the 2012 PGA Championship where Rory won his first of 2, his second of 4 majors. And it wasn't close.
Here's another thing like I have to say about the course, and you put it on there. It's supposed to play firm, dry, and fast. A lot of these par 50s you'll see on the next or second, I don't know. Coming up, you'll see that slide. The par 5s are long ones, 550 to 600. A lot of guys going for the green can't imagine too many of them are sticking on the green when they're going in with like woods and long irons.
Correct.
So even the par fives are going to be tough this week.
Factual. He came to play this week. He said, give me 1 week to recharge. Solid information. Here's a picture of this slide again. We really need like an intern or something.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we're both busy.
Yeah.
My computer does not work anymore. So give us a little break, all 22 of you. We're doing our best.
So just imagine like bottom left, Morikawa at Harding Park.
Wingfoot.
No, Harding Park. Wingfoot was the US Open.
Okay.
And then Brooks in the middle at Bethpage Black. And then
I think 18 was Bethpage.
Either way, man, you get it. You understand.
Yeah.
Hold the same trophy every time. The key stats off the tee is going to be important because of the length, which then will make approach important because you still got a long way to go. Around the green, you're probably not going to be on it, like you just said. And you might need to putt. Yeah. So pretty much you just need to be good at golf. That's pretty much all.
It's a big tee to green course, and also important once you're on the green course. Mm-hmm. It's a hard course.
Factual. 3 to 4 par fives will play in that area, and you don't want to make a lot of Larones due to the fact that the PGA Championship, the winning score is almost always in that 5.
And when you get your birdie looks, you're going to need to make your birdies. So I looked a bit at like birdie chances converted, but that's honestly like a hard stat to look at.
Yeah.
But in my research, I did a little bit of that. So.
All right, man, let's get into it. 10K and above. Here's the deal, folks. We both like Jordan Spieth at 10-1. It seems wrong.
I think this is just like Jordan finally turned it around. This is like the perfect.
This is his best chance.
Part of the story, yeah. This is the perfect poetic part to his year. He's playing great, Jordan Spieth.
The only thing that could make it better is if he hadn't won yet. This would be the win. Obviously, a long way to go, but there's no doubt this is the best chance he's had in 4 years, 3 years. At best. So obviously, I'm not saying this is the last chance to get it done because he's got 20 more years. But depending on how it shakes out the next couple of years, this might be his next best chance for 5-ish years.
For sure.
So you've got that. I've got Rory 2. You've got him 3 because how can you not? He just won. He dominated this course a long time ago. It has been a long time, but since then his driving distance has gone way up. So I definitely would not write off Rory.
I think it's interesting. Both of us have like Rory's appealing because of his driver, but we both have Dustin low. But Dustin's just not like, I don't know.
Dustin hasn't played.
Right. In the last, I think 2 out of the last 3 times he did play, it wasn't like incredible Dustin Johnson, #1 golfer. Like, so I don't know. But yeah, after the top 3 there, I'm not playing anybody after. So you could have probably just made Jon Rahm, Dustin Johnson, or Bryson interchangeable to me.
Right. Dustin his last finish is 54, 48, 60, 13, and 48. That's mad risky. And that 60 was at the Masters, so it's not like it was like, oh, the lights are on. It was like, no, they're still off, fam. So, I think after your top 3, you don't have a safe play due to Jon Rahm maybe not have been playing a lot of golf recently, but that's, understandable, and it is what it is. And Bryson
makes 8s on the par 5s that are 500, so he's going to make like 10s on the ones that are 600.
Right, and if you look at his recent finishes, 46th, 9th, and 55th, and that 9th is solely because he was playing early on the weekend at Wells Fargo and everybody else was playing on the afternoon, and it was a lot tougher.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
for sure.
A hidden, I don't know. So that's the situation for 10K and above. There's some obvious ones, and there's some you probably should stay away from. As in 9K.
Yes, sir. Colin Morikawa starts us off at 9.8. The young guys, you may be concerned they can't win when it matters. Morikawa can. I'm good with him. He's 40th off the tee. We all know he's first in approach. He's a godly approach player. His putting is terrible, 186th. If this dude could putt, he'd win every tournament. He's 14th in the area for par fives and 37th in bogey avoidance. I am all goes on Colin Morikawa this week. And he's not like the longest hitter, but he can get out there. So I'm not worried about that. Next, we got Xander at 9.6. He's 44th off the tee, 27th approach. He can putt. He's 8th in putting, 4th in the par fives in the area, which is a little surprising to me, but 4th. 63rd in bogey avoidance. So he does make, he makes some bogeys, but he's elite enough to where when those birdie chances I was talking about come up, I think Xander will be making his birdies. The rest of the 9K, I do not like it at all. So I'm staying at the top of the 9K. My two guys are Colin and Xander. If you had to play somebody below them, I would probably honestly go Hovland, then Hideki. Brooks, you watched last week, of course. His knee did not look good. And I don't know if that's I'm having a shit day. Let me hold my knee a little bit. Like, he looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He just looked uncomfortable. So right now, and this week we have the $20 DraftKings tournament, the $1 million prize. I'm not playing Brooks when there's that big of a risk, like that he might not even finish the Thursday.
Right.
Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm staying away from Brooks. I played him last week, a little bit upset with him. I'm staying away from Hideki as well. He's 64th off the tee, 26th in the approach. We know he can't putt. 160th putting. He's only 26th par fives in the area, and he's 39th bogey avoidance. Hideki just doesn't have the putter, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, he just won the Masters, and that's incredible. But I just don't think he has it to get it done here. And honestly, with a guy like Hideki who doesn't win that often, when he just did win, I don't like his chances here. So I'm staying away from him. Hovland, he's just not a great putter, and he's not good. He's 72nd in the par fives in the area between 550 and 600. When he first came out on the tour, he looked solid at everything. And to be fair, he's still solid at everything. Mm-hmm. But he recently, like over the past 2 months, he has his meltdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, the bottom of this 9K range is just not it for me. You have Patrick Cantlay, who's not on in 9,000. He's not on because
I can't imagine anybody plays Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah, no. And I didn't think I needed to put him on. And the only thing with Webb's a great golfer. He's not long enough for this course, in my opinion. And when Rory won back in 2012, he missed the cut here. And he's played the Ocean course once. So he's 0 for 1 here. The 9K is just not that great for me. The 8K, I like a little bit better. There's some guys in the 8K I'm willing to roll out there.
I gotta jump in. Yeah. There's a lot of people that got disrespected this week, and I'll talk about some of them as we get down. Why do they keep doing this to Cameron Smith?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what is it going to take? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. He's a godly golfer.
Too many eighths on Will Zalatoris' name. One too many. He's only 88, folks. He's not 8,000,088. Sorry about that.
That's a weird looking number. But yeah, Cam Smith, he's not great off the tee, 112. He's not great approach, 70th. Like, when you watch him, you don't ever notice, like, oh, wow, that was a terrible tee shot. Oh, wow, that's a terrible approach. He's a godly putter, 14th. He's 3rd in par fives in the area. We know he plays the par fives well, and you're going to have to play the par fives well here if you want to win. He's also 15th in bogey avoidance just because of how good his putter is. When he has those long par putts, he makes them. He's a dead eye. Will Zalatoris at $8,008,800. We like him. It's a little bit steep, the price.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
It's a little steep, but we'll take him here. 49th off the tee, 3rd in approach. Is he a good putter, Casey?
No.
Nah, you bring that up every time, so I just want to let you add.
Horrible.
He's 14th in par fives in the area and 29th in bogey avoidance. I'm thinking it's a big week for the most expensive golfer in the tournament. Yeah. Next up, Daniel Berger.
I don't get this one.
No.
Why?
No.
Okay.
This is purely.
Okay.
Do you remember what he did to me?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever forgot about Aaron Wise?
No. No.
Point made. Moving on to Tony Finau, 34th off the tee. In all seriousness, though, guys, you can play Daniel Berger. He's fine here. I'm just not going to. And to be quite honest with you, you might have to flip him to green because I'm not playing him, so you'll probably win.
There you go. It's an exclusive. You got to watch the video. You can't just click through.
Tony Finau, 34th off the tee, 13th in approach. He's not the greatest putter, 82nd putting, but we have seen Tony Finau when the putter is extremely hot. We've also seen him when it's extremely cold. So I guess it's just kind of what you're getting out of Tony, but I like him here. He's 16th in par fives in the area, 76th in bogey avoidance. I think he is one of the players in the 8K range that will have no problem making birdies, or at least making enough birdies to put himself at a chance to win. Next up, we got, I'll go in order on the screen, Matthew Fitzpatrick. He doesn't hit that far. He's about 120 pounds. The world is actually waiting for the next UFC fight. It's Matt Fitzpatrick versus a light breeze. Who you putting your money on?
The Breeze.
Yeah, I'm just going to say no to Matt Fitzpatrick. I mean, if he does well, that's great. I think he can make up a lot of strokes with his putter in a short game. But I think he's just going to have a lot longer in than a lot of these players out here. And I think this course is going to play tough for him. Sung Jae, I like Scotty over Sung Jae just because of the fact that Scotty is one of those guys I feel like who can go so low. And for some reason this week, I'm thinking Scotty might have one of those crazy rounds where he's like 4 or 5 shots better than anybody else in the clubhouse that day.
That's the problem. That day.
Right. And to be honest,
it's not
I
a
don't
problem.
really.
He makes the cut and he'll be fine, but it's just for him the problem.
Right, for sure.
That day.
And I just don't really love Sung Jae right here. Tommy Fleetwood's just going to be a no for me. It's Tommy Fleetwood. He was in like 4th place a couple of weeks ago, and he missed the cut. I do like Shrek over Tyrrell just because Tyrrell, and this is disappointing for us. We love Tyrrell.
Yeah,
we're some of the biggest fans. No, you're good. Once again, it's something you gotta listen, not just look and slide.
Par this week. The 8K.
I do like Shrek over Hatton. They both can get. Tyrrell Hatton actually last year, I think he was significantly longer off the tee. I think he's kind of dialing that back this year. When I looked it up, it wasn't like impressive. Shrek can get it out there. He's a good approach player. He's a good putter. I have nothing against Hatton, but I do like
it's a major.
Louis.
You can't in the majors.
Right. And I do like Louis Oosthuizen more than Tyrrell Hatton here, both at 8K. So if you have 8K left, I advise you play Shrek, but do what you want. We're just here to give advice, not tell you what to do.
Hey man, couldn't be me telling anybody what to do except for when I was talking about KH. That's my dog. 7K. First of all, there's way too many dudes in the 7K. So there's like way too many. So we're gonna do what we can. It starts with Adam Scott and Abraham Answer at 7-9. Adam Scott finished 11th here in 2012. He barely plays golf anymore. It's almost like a hobby more than a job at this point. I have no doubt that Adam Scott will make the cut. I just don't know how valuable he will be in DraftKings. Abraham Answer at 79 as well. Top 70 in 5 of the 7 stats we looked at, including 9th, par 4 birdie or better, and tied 4th in bogey avoidance. I would go Answer over Scott if given the opportunity. Shane Lowry is always just hanging around the top of the 7K. Scoring is bad. Stats are good. It's a decision you have to make. But it should be a simple one because Joaquin Niemann is at 7,800. That's disrespect number 2 that we're going to talk about. Niemann hasn't missed a cut all year. He has multiple top 10s, a couple top 5s, and it does not make sense. So with that being said, he's top 35 in 5 of the 7 stats, including 10th off the tee, 8th in par 5s in the area, and 7th par 4 birdie or better. He will be out there with the farthest players off the tee. He'll do fine. I can't imagine that the person that wins $1 million this week will not have Joaquin Niemann. It would surprise me if they didn't. Paul Casey at 77 is next. He's top 106 to 7 stats he looked at. He was cut here in 2012. However, in 2002, he finished second here in a WGC event. So,
man, he's been around.
Paul been doing it, man. Paul been doing it. Still don't want to make it. Is this week the week for Paul? I'm going to say unlikely, but I think he's playable. Jason Day, the fixture and the thumbs down. His best finish since the start of March is tied 31st. He's 159th, par 4, birdie or better, 114th in putting. I'd just stay away. It's too risky. I'm conflicted about Sergio due to the fact that he's second strokes gain off the tee. He has been horrible recently. He hasn't made a cut since March, I believe, if I remember from last week. But he's 196th in putting. But it is a major. He's one of those guys that can turn it on. So I'm conflicted, but I would stay away. But I'm more open to it than I was last week due to the fact he's 7K this week and he was 9K last week. Mark Leishman is surprising the world. He's been good recently. He won with Cam Smith. He's 4 out of 7 in the top 100 of the stats we looked at. I think he's playable because he's been very good dating back to the players. So it's an option. Corey Connors is a better putter, but he's still not a good one yet. But 5 out of the 7 stats we looked at are top 100, 12th off the tee, 6th approach, 21st bogey avoidance. Connors playable, but the putter is a liability here for sure. Gary Woodland is next. He finished 42nd here in 2012. He's 4 of the 7 stats we looked at are top 100, including 5th at Wells Fargo. He's playing better. I don't think that means you should play him, though. And here's where we come to probably the highest disrespect out of anybody. It's Sam Burns at $7,500. Now, yes, folks, I understand that they put out this information before last week's tournament ended. But when this information came out, Sam Burns was in position to win back-to-back events. For him. He's priced at $7,500. He's second, par 4, birdie or better, 26th putting, 14th approach, 6 out of the 7 stats are top 100. There's not a hotter man on the planet. Like, literally, they can't touch him right now. He has to fly, like, on his own plane just in case everybody blows up. So, you've got to at least consider it. I mean, he's not going to win this because, down the stretch, I think he would fold. But you got to consider it at 75. I know he's young, but you got to consider it. I want to bring this up real quick when we get to we'll save it for after Max Homa.
Would you say I'm gonna cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
You hear a lot about the young guys like Morikawa, Hovland. Do you think Sam Burns just doesn't get talked about enough?
Probably.
I feel like he should be in that.
Him and Neiman, for sure.
Because look at him and Neiman. Because even Matt Wolff was in that huge conversation. Matt Wolff.
Yeah, that's what
right
I
now,
want to talk about actually. Matt Wolff withdrew.
Okay.
For undisclosed reasons. Who withdraws from a fucking major?
Yeah, I don't know. COVID maybe.
He hasn't played since the Masters and wins he cheated. This is his run of it recently. He cheated at the Masters. He shot at 83 at the workday at the concession and quit.
Yeah.
Before that, he shot a 60 he finished in 64th, 36th, 154th, and that's all of 2021. And he hasn't played any golf, and when he does, he's been horrible or cheats. So what's the deal?
Yeah, I don't know. Replace Matthew Wolff with Sam Burns, and you got a group of rising stars.
That's facts. Morikawa is definitely ahead, but
yes,
Burns has now won. Neiman has won, and I think Hovland's won twice. So,
yes.
And Wolff has won, but who knows? Bubba, Bubba. He's got back-to-back top 20 finishes. He's 9th. Strokes getting off the tee. He's going to be out there. We got some dude. Let's get this dude's name right. Garrick Higo. He's won twice on the European Tour. His last 4 starts are 1st, 8th, 1st, and 4th. But usually when you come from the European Tour with those numbers, you usually suck over here. I don't know why.
Yeah, so he'll probably finish 60th, 70th.
Yeah. But I bet he makes the cut. I mean, you can't win on the European, not make the cut. But, whatever. Brian Harmon's next at 74. You got to roll with Harmon. Top 60 in 6 out of the 7 stats we looked at, including 12th putting, 23rd bogey avoidance, 32nd par 5s in the area, 4 straight top 20 finishes. Harmon, he's lefty. He's not hefty. And he's good. Matt Wallace also makes the graphic. He's tied 1st par 5s in the area, 4th on approach. 3 of his last 4 starts have been top 20 finishes. We mess with Wallace. We don't mess with Westwood. He's too risky because, I mean, these other guys that I really like Burns, Harmon, Wallace, Hoffman, are all in the same general price point. So I can't advocate for Westwood nor Max Homa because Homa's too boomer bust. If he's good, he's going to be fire.
Yep, for sure.
He is 103rd off the tee, 128th around the green. It's just there's too many other guys at this price.
Yeah, Homa's got a lot of Keegan Bradley.
Speaking of Keegan, he finished third here in 2012. He's 6 out of the 7 stats we looked at. He's top 100, including 8th on approach, 26th around the green. If you were going to lay the chips on one of them, give me tiny clubs, big man. You like him, Keegan Bradley. That's just a feeling. Hoffman, we got to discuss a bit. He's 23rd, par 4 birdie or better, 13th bogey avoidance, 50th putting, 12th approach, 32nd off the tee. His last 6 finishes go like this: 10th, 17th, 34th, 2nd, 18, and 18. When the chips are down, I don't think he can win. However, I think he can have a solid top 30 finish for you at $7,300. Aaron Wise is surprisingly in the top 105 out of these 7 stats. However, he's 206th putting. I'm going to pass if you're like the world's worst putter. Russell Henley is in the field. He's 5th on approach, 14th par 4 birdie or better, and 2nd bogey avoidance. There is some intrigue here for Russell Henley. His last finishes, however, are 3rd, 9th, 125th, and 72nd. So
Can you guess which 2 of the 4 I owned him in?
I could probably give a
Cool.
Yeah. So I think there's value there, but he's been bad of late. Harris English is next, who finished 13th last week.
Talking about Harris?
Talk about Harris, yeah.
Oh, I'm listening.
Let me lay this one on you real quick. If there was an all fantasy from the fairway DraftKings team,
Oh god.
I'm thinking Harris, I'm thinking KH, I'm thinking Cam Smith, I'm thinking Neiman,
Yeah.
probably Henley.
Who else do I only? Henley. Who else do I only thumbs up?
Tringale is in consideration.
Yeah. I can tell you who I consistently thumbs down.
Same. Anyway, English, 38th or 13th last week. 26th bogey avoidance, 31st putting, 46th par 4 birdie or better. Definitely playable. He's turning it around a bit. Siwoo Kim is next. 10th bogey avoidance, 21st around the green, 81st approach, 53rd off the tee. Siwoo was like a casual 12 under and finished in like 50th last week. So it's kind of hard to judge like about last week because you make all those birdies this week, you win. So
and I think that was just the course where a lot of and I don't mean to disrespect anybody on the tour, even though I do it every week. They're all good golfers, but that was definitely a golf course where you don't have to be that good to win.
Hey, but KH though is good.
But KH is good, yeah.
Yeah,
it's lucky a good one won.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? KH, the GOAT. Billy Ho, I wouldn't. He's good. The par 5s in the area, however, he's really bad on approach and really bad on the par 4s. Matt Jones, good putter, good par 5s in the area. We like Matt Jones around here. Poulter, here's what we've got on Poulter. He finished 3rd here in 2012. You can make that decision. Tringale is sleeping here. He is asleep, and you should probably consider it. He's top 50 all the stats, 3rd at Valspar, 9th at the Valero Texas Open. Will he get his first win in a major championship? Unlikely. But, you know, Tringale. Cameron Champ, still a horrible putter. Kokrak, still a great putter. 19th on off the tee as well. He's going to get it way out there, maybe farther than anybody. 5 top 13 finishes in his last 6 starts. Kokrak, we love him. We love Kokrak. Got to consider it. The boy Kiz is awful right now. He's 161st off the tee, so he's not going to get it out there. 172nd around the green. His last 4 finishes look like this: 124th, 60th, 106th, and 70th. It's pretty rough for him right now.
It might have became a hobby.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's facts. Kirk, top 86 of the 7 stats we looked at. He's been okay recently. Martin Keimer is a no. Griot is third in bogey avoidance, 17th on approach, and 21st off the tee. However, he's 183rd around the green and 206th par fives in the area. That is incredibly bad.
That's horrible. Yeah.
Rick the Brick, you can't even consider it. One of my roto baller updates last week was Ricky Fowler still untouchable in DFS. He remains the same. This week he's untouchable. Kuchar, 6 out of the 7, top 100. He's been good recently, including last week. Definitely consider him. McIntyre, good on the European Tour, not good on American soil. Per usual, 6K. Victor Perez, it's hard to say.
Whoa.
What do we got?
Whoa.
What do we got?
Cam Davis, thumbs down.
Yep. We'll get there. Ortiz, before last week, he's been awful. However, top 106 of the 7 stats, but he's been bad recently. Palmer, top 106 of 7. Palmer's got to be on the offense from the fairway.
Sure.
Palmer's last missed cut was the U.S. Open. So I was like a whole year younger.
Yeah.
Than I am right now. Stenson, can't. Sorry, Hank.
Hank. Damn it. Did we at least get LaBoyda this week?
We don't have Spankin. Nah, he's not in the field, unfortunately.
No, Hanks. That's a sad day.
Probably shouldn't play nobody named Hank. However, Stewart's though, we're rolling with Sinks. Top 100, 5 of 7 stats. We looked at 19th approach, 9th bogey avoidance. He was cut here in 2012, but he's a whole new man. He's won twice this year. Who saw that one coming? Cameron Davis. Let's talk about it. He's 14th off the tee. He's also 189th around the green.
Yeah, sounds about right.
9th in bogey avoidance.
Yeah, that sounds right.
When the chips are down,
he's not there.
He's not there.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it. You know who might be there? Although Cameron Davis is a nah.
Nah, maybe a yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much it. His last 3 finishes, now hear me out here. We got a 12th, we got a 112th, so that's not good. And then a 29th. He's third around.
That is not good. Yeah.
But when the chips are down, Kevin Na's there. Not a lot, but when he is there, he gets it done.
Funny enough, in my YouTube recommended like 2 days ago was when he made like the 48 and he was in the bushes, and
Yeah.
so that was fun to watch.
Still though, don't watch that video, but then consider playing Kevin Na if the money lays out that way. Charles, whatever. Schwartzel, he's been good recently. He's worth a flyer, I think. Brennan Grace, no. Zach Johnson, no. Peters, no. Some dude named Catlin, who is not even good on the European Tour, no. Bowden Hout will probably finish in the top 40, but that's about it. Molinari, cannot advocate for that. Wiesberger doesn't have any good finishes of note. Brendan Todd has had COVID for a while, but he's back. Still no. Rasmus Højgaard, for some reason, is in the field. We still like Rasmus here, but we can't advocate for that because he's not going to make the cut. We'll try again in a non-major. Streelman at 6,700 to sleeper. 5 out of the 7 stats like that top 100, 32nd on approach. Tied 18th, par 4 birdie or better. Streelman, considerable. Some dude named Val Mackey is not even good on the European Tour, so we're going to say no. Danny Willett has let me down for the last time a couple weeks ago. We do have a European guy you can take a flyer on. His name is Horsfield.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Is his name like Sam or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could flyer him at 67 or 66, I forget. Phil Mickelson, I wouldn't. Dietrich, the boy, no. Our boy, let me get his name right. I don't want to disrespect him. Well, I don't want to disrespect him before I actually have the stats to prove I'm going to disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get it. It is Kurt Kitayama. We've got Kurt coming over from the European Tour, and where his last finishes are 99th, 15th, 75th, and 105th. So we're going to cross him off. Munoz for the top 4 of 7 in the top 100 stats wise, but I can't advocate for it. Harold Varner the third, 1, 2, 3 is going to be a no. Rosner, his last two finishes are 73rd and 128th. Alex Noren, who is always thumbs down, always consistently since the beginning of time, is thumbs up due to the fact he has 3 straight top 25 finishes. He's a good putter, and he's good enough putter. He's good around the green. If he could just get there easier, would be nice for sure. But you could definitely take a flyer on him. Gooch, top 101 in all the stats, flyerable. Lonto, 26th last time out. However, he makes a lot of bogeys, as well as being 173rd on approach. Steele's been bad recently. Steve freaking Stricker makes the thumbs up due to a tied 7th finish in 2012. And he won the Senior Tour Stricker. He tends to do good. Swafford, Van Rooyen, Hughes, McNeely, Jazz, and Fertelli are all no's.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the 6-4 to 6-0, where you'll find old Bucket Hat will lead us off at 64 because there's not a lot of options of people that are on 110. Damon is a bad putter. This is facts. He's 39th par 4 birdie or better, 82nd bogey avoidance, and 46th off the tee. He's going to hit it out there. He might not putt, though. But it's bad in that area. Laird, you got a 42nd finish here in 2012. 89th in bogey avoidance, 64th par 5s in the area, 69th around the green, and 94th off the tee. So, like, if you have to, that's why we do this. Denny McCarthy is in the field for some reason, and I can't figure out why. He had to have replaced somebody. I don't know. But he's 54th around the green, 77 par 5s in the area, 30th putting, so he's coming around with the putter, 58th bogey avoidance. I really believe Denny McCarthy could make the cut if he can just get to the green.
I feel like JT Poston can make the cut too.
JT Poston is, this is another disrespect. He's the 4th best putter on tour if he can just get there. 38th par 5s in the area. If he just birdies, if he can somehow play some even par golf on the rest of the holes and birdie the par 5s, he's going to have a real shot. And we have John Daly at $6,000.
Makes my heart warm to see that.
Yeah. Please don't play John Daly. It's time.
I'll let you take the first winner pick.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Because technically you would be up.
No, you're good. Take it. I'll get next week.
Okay, very well.
That's the least I can do for you carrying the show when I don't show up.
Yeah, well, appreciate that. Obviously, as you see, it's not great either way. We don't have pictures or somebody with $8 million.
Dude, this is to those watching at home, it's a lot more work than you would imagine.
It really is.
It really is.
Especially when you got 3 other jobs you're doing at one time.
I just got one.
You know, maybe we should take the route of, I'm not going to say it. I thought about it. I really thought about it. And I thought, you know what? Probably shouldn't say it. I'll tell you once we're starting recording. But
yeah.
So with that being said, I've been waiting a very long time to make this pick.
Yeah.
And I assume that's why you let me go first.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know if he's going to win, but I think he's going to be close enough to give me a couple points.
He has a good shot.
So I'm going to go with Jordan Spieth to win. And I guess in theory to complete the Grand Slam. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you got?
I'm going to take somebody with much less of a shot to win. Give me Shrek.
Who stays there?
Give me Louis O.
I still don't know how to spell Ustays, and that's the only one I don't know.
Just put O. Louis O. Shrek. There it is.
Is it EK or R? I don't know, whatever.
SHREK.
To win his 2nd major championship. I'm looking for Jordan Spieth to win his 4th and the last he needs. Let me know who's going to finish in the top 25 if you will.
I was going to do this before I even saw your graphic, but give me Charlie Hoffman.
Hoffman!
Give me Hoffman. He's been hot, dude. I can't say no.
Cannot disrespect Hoffman any longer. Let me tell you something. His hat and his outfit, it may be trash, but his game is not.
Doesn't
Only
it
elite
look like
people
his
will get
hat
that
is
joke.
really, really tight?
I mean, not that I've ever really thought, wow, his brain.
It looks like his head's being squeezed.
I'll take a look.
He's putting a bunch of rubber bands around a watermelon. Like that's what I don't know why.
Wow. I'm like, okay. So Charlie Hoffman, for you, I pick Neiman a lot. Any chance I get here, I'm not gonna do that. Although I think Neiman will be very good. You know what?
Pick Neiman.
Nah, can't do that. I am gonna go with the boy Sam Burns.
That's probably an even better pick.
So Sam Burns.
You really got like good golfers. Like you have Jordan Spieth and Sam Burns, and I have Shrek and Hoffman.
Hey, Shrek shows up with the majors for the majors. Hoffman hasn't been on in a while.
Charlie's been showing up every week
To the he's a
to the regular tournaments. He's a fan favorite. No,
Did you see?
he's
the
a
thing I
daily
tagged you in,
fantasy
by the way?
sports favorite. No, on what platform?
IG, they're giving away a Duffner flag.
No.
So there's a company giving away a signed Duffner flag, and it said tag someone that would really want this, and I tagged you.
All right, I'll take a look.
So hopefully you could win the flag. But there it is. The PGA Championship picks: Spieth, Burns, Oosthuizen, and Hoffman. Any final words for the people before the PGA Championship?
No, I mean it's an exciting week. $20 tournament. I guess just good luck.
Good luck. We'll see you in the contest. Also, maybe we should start a NASCAR podcast on fantasy. Dude, I'm killing it right now.
You're gonna run that one solo.
I am on fire, and I keep picking. I feel bad about it, kind of, but like, remember Kyle Larson?
Yeah.
He's really good. Like at NASCAR,
Well,
I'm starting to wonder if they like planted it on him, because like he finishes in like top 3 every time. He's only won once, but he's like a DraftKings guy.
does Jeff Gordon still race?
No.
So yeah, I don't know any racers.
Yeah. The guy that's in his car's good though. Maybe it was the car. Anyway, that'll do it. Fantasy from the fairway. We'll see you in the $1 million contest. Like, subscribe to the things. Check out Pro Golf Now for some more insight on fantasy selections. Check out Rotoballer on for some more in-depth details on 6 to 10 golfers coming from me and the rest of the squad, if you would please. But for Jenkins Jr., the 1, 2, 3, third for myself. Have a great evening and enjoy the golf.
Peace.